one of the young athletes that are coming in here, they want to be doing the most they can for themselves.
Our next fighters to the cage. Please welcome first, making their way to the red corner, Joshua Clossick.
Sounds like some Pakistani music.
Are we going to be talking about walkout tunes all night?
Joshua Clossick, he is fighting out of the Grundy Fight Academy. He's got fantastic wrestling. He was the British Catch Wrestling Champion. He was also a 4-time junior British Wrestling Champion. He's been competing in grappling tournaments where he's most recently come away with gold medals in Nogi and Gi, which has resulted in him being awarded his blue belts.
Wow, that's quite some pedigree, and as we all know, wrestling holds such high regard in terms of mixed martial arts. Not only is it such a tough sport, so it creates mental fortitude, but more than anything, it allows you to dictate where the fight's going to go. 100%. You can decide if it's still stood up or if it's still down. And having a coach like Mike Grundy, right? One of the best wrestlers Britain has ever produced, one of the best MMA fighters Britain has ever produced. So I'm really excited to watch Joshua in this fight.
I don't think wrestling will ever change to being the best based in MMA.
No, like tomorrow I'm going to the Snake Pit to study at catch wrestling because it's going to make our MMA guys better. Because I can be like, look, this is what we're going to do. This is how they do it. They're the best at doing it.
Did Josh Barnett just go to Snake Pit?
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Because wrestling is king. I don't care what anyone says. It is.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the blue corner, Yusef Jarani.
Yusef Jarani making his debut too, fighting out of the MMA Academy. I mean, what a corner that is. Colin Hughes and Jason Sang.
But I had the option to never be stuck up on a problem. No money, no problems. We don't get along like Arsenal, Tottenham. Everybody wanna hate now, but fuck them. Can't phone up London, so I made it. Big Russia must come in function. Don't get a rich shot, I've had a headache. Chop it and shave it, hate it. Then it has dropped from my savings. I was top guy, now they can't face it. Chase it until I just made it. Remember when I couldn't buy food? Now my guy looking at Lambo chop on the move. Should I hold that in school? All of these guys want to take my life. All of these guys want to end for the line. In my new line, with a percentage of crime. You know, man, I'm the boss of the night. All of these guys want to take my life. All of these guys want to end for the line. In my new line, with a percentage of crime. You know, man, I'm the boss of the night.
Do you guys remember your feeling for your amateur debut?
For amateur debut, yeah. So, again, it's when it's the moment of realization where all of the good work, all of the progression that you've made, the hard days in the gym, the down days, you know, you come in, you're putting it all into work. You want to see the best come out of it because you're trying to build up now to the next platform.
What about yourself, Brett?
My amateur debut, I'm really happy because I fought in Blackburn, away corner, last minute, against a guy that never weighed in. I got army gloves on, he got pro gloves on, and I just remember thinking, if I can do this, I can do anything.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I mean? And I won, and it went well up here, you know, it gave me the mental fortitude to carry on.
That first win is so crucial, right? Because fighting's all about, well, it's not all about, but confidence is a huge thing. So if you can get away and get those confidence out of the way to win your first fight, it must do so much, like I said, for your mentality and your drive to know that you've made the right decision to go down this path. Do you also feel like in your first fight, in a way, you feel like, oh, I'm a complete fighter, even though obviously you're not, but that's kind of the mindset you go into it, right?
Yeah, it's almost like blowing off the cobwebs, but there's no cobwebs to blow off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in there, getting the job done, and I'm understanding who I am right now, you know? The moment you become a fighter.
Immediately fainting from Clossick.
I see Clossick's got some fans here as well, got some support behind him.
Interesting.
Interested to shoot on the British Wrestling Champion.
Especially just making a stamp, right? Saying, well, this is your discipline, I'm going to prove that I can do it to you.
Clossick has such strong hips. Wow. That was a fantastic shot from Yusef there. Clossick's just... See if he can work his back to the cage, start climbing back up.
I feel like Yusef's trying to break his will a little bit here, right at the very start, to try and establish position.
He's got good
dominance.
head positioning. Fight fire with fire, right?
That's it. Clossick needs to scoot his bum back to the cage as and when he can, and just look to try and get up. There we go.
Well, that's the thing, right? Sometimes it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you as a coach say, right, he's a really good wrestler, don't let him take you down, he's going to take you down.
Of course.
Because you're going to be overcautious. If you go in there saying,
so strong.
you just try your best, where you feel comfortable, you go.
No, we want to look for that. We want to expect that. We know it's going to come. We make sure we have the answers for it.
Absolutely.
Straight back up from each other. I wonder how much energy Yusef is exerting, trying to take everything he has to try and force these takedowns.
Yeah, no, I believe you're right in what you're saying, 100%. But this battle right here, this is actually a beautiful little battle. I like to witness this and see this. These guys are trying to establish dominance and position on each other right now, nice and early in the first round. Anytime that Clossick can get his back off that cage, he needs to do so.
That's some dogged persistence there from Yusef, going for that sweep continually, pretty much all the way for the first half of this round.
It's just going to be interesting to see how much it's affected him come the second round.
Be careful. I was about to say, be careful the heel hook. There's no heel hooks in amateur MMA, is there?
Again, anytime you've got someone flat on the back, they're close to the cage, it's a position which you're winning visually by the judges anyway.
I mean, this is a fantastic start for Yusef Jarani.
Doing a great job of riding them hooks. Oh.
He made the most out of that moment.
Watch out for the up.
Oh, big right hand there from Yusef.
Oh, yeah, Yusef's doing everything he can do at the moment.
He's locking up that anaconda.
Nice position. Took the moment and seized it.
Fantastic.
And even though it didn't get the finish, it just solidifies the round, right? It says, I've controlled dominant position. I've also almost finished the guy.
And for sure, look, listen, we're in a day and age where you don't need to do much, right? If you control it by, pressure and controlling the cage, controlling your position, you've already established dominance. You've already established the fact that you've won that round. So that was pretty much, Yusef's round, that one. Quite interesting right now to understand and know what the coaches are saying.
Yeah.
So Clossick to try and pick him back up,
Well, I mean, it doesn't get much more of a wake-up call than a round like that.
And again, look, listen, he's coming from a fantastic background. We've got Mike Grundy there, he's one of his coaches, which I know he's a fantastic guy, a good all-rounder. I'll be interested in truth to know what he's actually telling them in there. And I'm sure that it's words of wisdom.
Yeah. Round 2, here we go.
I'm expecting more of the same from Yusef, but Clossick will be looking to be a little bit more aggressive in this round and sort of establish some assertiveness, not necessarily just dominance, but assertiveness, trying to be first to the shot, trying to be first to the punch.
Oh, he tried to throw him, didn't he?
Tried to throw him, yeah.
Just showed a little slight hesitation on that throw. Landing in man's got a good overhook here.
Needs to get heavy with that whizzer. And here we are back, the fight returns back to the cage. Done very well.
That's the problem with that throw, though, right? You don't finish with a whizzer, so it's hard to pin.
I feel like Yusef's just offsetting Clossick's balance just ever so slightly.
Well, he's got him down a lot quicker this round.
Looks like Yusef's been playing a bit more of an MMA wrestling style, right? It's not what normally you'd see in mat wrestling with pulling the foot out like he is, but he's using it off the cage every time.
You're right. He's closing down the distance, looking for a little trip or a little sweep, and then he's finding himself both on the mat.
There we go.
Beautiful trip.
I feel for me, Josh, at this moment in time with the fight and with where we are in the rounds, he needs to forget less about grabbing the head.
Yeah, we're literally halfway through the fight. If we look on the clock right now.
Any time that I've seen him get in trouble in this fight, it's been whenever he's grabbed the head.
That's tight.
try and fight for that inside space. Nice, I like the way he's coming over. They're trying to.
Oh, he's lost the grip.
That's the thing. If Clossick can keep his arm on that side of the body, he's going to be able to get his head out. There we go.
There we go. Nice dominant position here. Needs to capitalise. Good knee. And look, listen, we've all trained. We know exactly what it's like when you've got someone who's stuck to you like glue. It's a tiring position.
It's annoying,
you know, and it's frustrating for sure.
Yusef's just one beat ahead. It looks. He's constantly. When Clossick gets a position where he starts getting comfortable and starts fighting back, Yusef moves to a different position. Shooting the buggy choke up. It's a risky move.
I mean, these are beautiful transitions from Yusef.
How many fights has Yusef had?
This is amateur debut.
No way.
Yeah.
Where's he been?
Brilliant grappling.
Been in the sea swimming with sharks.
It looks like it, yeah.
Again, I can feel Joshua's frustration in this. You know, it's the last thing you want is someone to be stuck to you like that.
Yusef's in control of this fight. 2 rounds up. He's pretty much done what he wanted to do to Joshua, to be honest.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but maybe going into this fight with Joshua's credentials, do you feel like maybe they were relying on winning the wrestling exchange and Yusef not wanting to wrestle maybe as much, and Yusef's come out wanting to wrestle and he's completely throws a spanner in the works?
Yeah, it's taking him aback, right? He's just not expected it.
Yeah, I think you're right there, 100%. I think it's a case of where Yusef's come out with his team and they've looked at risk to reward. And they've gone heavy with the risk, but heavy with the reward, you know?
It's interesting as well, you wonder whether the preparation for Jack was to kind of focus on his striking, or whether he's kind of, I mean, this is all guesswork, right? But you wonder whether if he's relied so heavily on his wrestling in the past, it's like, oh, well, you know, I've got that base, so I need to just focus more on my striking and maybe kind of neglected those wrestling rounds a little bit. You never know.
Yeah, but like we were saying about that earlier, it's like you don't want to be that one-trick pony.
No.
You know, in the sense that all of a sudden, as soon as you can't find that, then you become unstuck. And that's something that an athlete never wants while he's in there.
I like to see Jack using his jab a little bit more. Sorry, Josh.
Oh,
that's
nice
it,
right hand.
Nice.
Keep your distance, Josh.
That's when he's just that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
See a little change up in the game plan going into the third round, because Joshua does need a finish and Yusef, he's going to be looking for more of the same.
Nice.
Fantastic throw.
Beautiful hip throw.
That's that assertiveness I was talking about that I was kind of missing the first 2 rounds.
And again, as you notice, he turned his hips, he went very heavy with the wizard and put his leg out. So there's no way that Yusef was going to go other than down.
Jack needs to get off the cage here.
Just like you were talking about earlier, Danny. We've got Yusef making the most out of Joshua, holding on to the head and then fighting out that front headlock and getting to a dominant position.
Now listen, we all know the terms of the fight. If I take you to the cage and I'm holding on to you and I've got your back against the cage, I'm winning.
That was a really nice takedown from Yusef, getting him off the cage as well.
Joshua started off the round fantastic, creating the space, creating some opportunities. Again, I'd like to see him return to his feet and then start getting back to the feinting as and when he can. But I know that it's a lot harder, easier said than done.
Yusef's doing a fantastic job of riding the hips as well, just following the hips around, keeping heavy with his own. He's smiling those guys.
He's got great pressure.
You know, when you're that comfortable to be doing stuff like that, it's kind of like when we saw Marab against Umar, right?
Talking to the commentary team?
Yeah, it just shows the complete control that the fight is in.
Yeah, you've got to be really present to be able to look outside the cage. He's took Joshua into his own corner as well, where he's going to be receiving advice. And we know when you're grappling, right, in the fight, you can almost coach your guy through step by step what to do, because you can coach in real time grappling. So to be able to take somebody into your own corner, it's like 4 versus 1.
Mental warfare as much as physical, right?
Absolutely, yeah. When you're in somebody else's corner and they're screaming, barking orders, and the guy's doing it to you, you feel a little bit ganged up on.
Even more of a lonelier place to be.
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal performance by Yusef.
Oh, fantastic knee.
30 seconds left.
He's been real selective over the strikes he's putting in at the moment.
Well, Phil, Yusef must know he's winning this fight, right? There's not much long left, so he's got no risk to really be taking. He doesn't have to make any risk.
With 20 seconds left, it's been nothing but a dominant performance by Yusef.
Great fight from Yusef out of the MMA Academy. Just a complete domination, really. Fantastic performance.
And listen, I feel for Joshua with that one because I've been in situations like that before where you've got someone all over you, you can't get them off, you can't breathe. It's quite suffocating. Not only is it suffocating, it's frustrating. So you come out at the end of the fight feeling like you still have to fight. Feel like you still could fight.
Yeah, it's not like you've been beaten up and you're like, you're done. No, you're still present, you still want to fight. But
like for me, these are the performances where it's hard to sleep at night, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's better to get them early on in the amateur career, right? Though.
Yeah, of course.
Then find out when you've had your 10 opponents selected for you, and then you go pro, and then you find out.
Again, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about performances and the way you come in, the way you kind of present yourself. And for me, I would rather have a loss early on in my career, not only for the comfort of knowing that moving forward it's nothing but a positive step, but it also gives me that fire in my stomach to have it early on to know what it's like to lose. So it's never a problem. Like you say, you either win or you learn. Losses it's a developmental thing. And as soon as you understand that, as soon as you grasp that, well then it becomes something of an empowerment.
Please have a big round of applause for both of our fighters. After 3 rounds, we go to our judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision in favour of your winner and fighting out of the blue corner, Yusef Jarani.
Fantastic performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for Joshua Clossick.